Hi Aries, welcome to May 2017. Your ruling planet Mars is in Gemini, and that brings the action to communication, short distance travel, being involved in the community, social media, networking. And this is a positive energy for you because Gemini sextiles Aries. So there's many opportunities for you this month to spread your wings and be involved in different activities. You want to watch for scattering your energy or being too scattered. There's a tendency to take on more than you need to, or doing too much, being too involved in multiple areas, and then you spread yourself too thin and you will not be effective. So choose wisely what you want to put your energy into, what you want to focus on this month. Consider your options. Now, Mercury moves direct on May 3rd at 24 degrees Aries, and that's good news. Having Mercury direct and moving forward this month means that there's going to be many opportunities for you, and this is the time to take action. Venus is direct, Mercury is direct, Mars is on the move, so you are feeling good. You're feeling ready for action. You're feeling ready for new opportunities. You have the ability to speak your truth, and it's exciting. It's an exciting energy. Challenges, you don't want to get too scattered by, doing too much. Jack of all trades, master of nothing. You really want to be harnessing your energy in maybe 3 areas. There's a magical manifestation that happens when we work on 3 things and not 5 things or 10 things. So limit your focus and then you'll feel empowered and effective. The North Node enters Leo on May 10th, and it'll be there until November 6th, 2018. This brings the action to your creative self-expression, risk-taking, courage, self-confidence, romance, true love, sports, children. These areas will be activated during this time period over this next 18 months. That's exciting. Leo is your sister sign. It pours positive energy into any planets you have in Leo. So this is good news for the Aries, and it's exciting. It is about leadership and being the leader, and you are born leaders. You are the first sign. You're here to lead. Good energy for the fire signs. Now, right after the North Node enters Leo on May 10th, we have the Scorpio full moon. This brings the action to other people's values, your partner's values, your partner's resources. Who do you trust? Who do you let in? The deeper mysteries, the deeper parts of self, the labyrinth of your psychology. It will give you an opportunity to work on your psychology. And full moons bring things to light. What's been hidden is now revealed. The sun is in Taurus. That brings the action to what you love and value, your resources, your inner resources, your outer resources, your talents, your gifts, your abilities, your self-esteem, your self-respect. So there's a balance here taking place between what you need, what other people need from you. Powerful Pluto is sextile the moon and trine the sun. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. Pluto is the ruler of this full moon. So on the positive, this full moon can bring powerful healing and transformation. It could even be very prosperous for you because it's activating your money houses, the 2nd and the 8th. And so you could be feeling empowered in your money and your resources, and that gives you that sense of security, especially if you're channeling your energy and not scattering it, trying to do too many things. So you can feel powerful and effective. Now, there's another story going on here at this full moon and at the Gemini new moon on the 25th. And that is Jupiter in Libra is opposing Uranus in Aries, Pallas Athena, the goddess of wisdom, truth, and the supreme military leader, and Venus, the goddess of love, is all in Aries, being opposed by Jupiter and squared by Pluto. Pluto is the lord of hell. Pluto can bring hell. And for those of you that have been grappling with Pluto squaring your sun, you know what I'm talking about. And so this is another story that's taking place. Now, this started at the Libra full moon in April. And I'm bringing it to your attention here now because it is another theme that's happening throughout May. And it is exact at the Scorpio full moon on the 10th. Jupiter is at 14 degrees Libra, and Pallas Athena is at 14 degrees Aries. Venus is at 7 degrees, and Uranus is at 25 degrees in Aries. And so this is a very intense energy. And what's happening is there is an escalating dissatisfaction sweeping the planet. Where do you feel dissatisfied in your life? Is there an area where you're feeling frustrated or blocked or not heard? This is the time to get your needs met and stay out of the negative energy. Jupiter in Libra is about fairness and justice. It's about human rights, environmental rights, women's rights, with such a focus in the feminine principle, Venus and Pallas Athena. Women's rights are going to be an issue here this spring, as well as environmental rights, human rights, and so there is a battle going on between the status quo, Pluto in Capricorn, against the individual, Uranus in Aries, and Venus and Pallas in Aries. And so there's this battle going on with the rights of the individual versus what the status quo of what's going on in the government, what's going on in particular corporations. And so this is all being flushed out. And you being the Aries, you're a major player in this because Venus and Pallas Athena and Uranus are in your sign, and Pluto is challenging it. So there is this hellish energy that's also sweeping the planet at this time, which can be very negative or even insidious and barbaric, where people are acting out in very negative ways. It's the same energy that we had when we fed people to the lions in the Roman days for entertainment. And so you want to stay out of the fray. You want to keep your energy higher and come from the heart chakra, come from love and wisdom, and not get caught up in the nastiness that can outplay with these energies in this month of May. It is a wonderful month, and there's many, many positive energies here. And the light is oncoming, and what's happening is the light is flushing out the dark. And so we're seeing it play out in the politics, we're seeing it play out in the media, and so it's a very challenging energy. And you want to be focused on staying positive, being loving, being kind, being compassionate, getting your job done, getting your work done, focusing on things that make you happy, and living your best life. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's really challenging to stay in the light and live your best life if you're caught up in hate and violence and negativity and extremism. And so this energy is sweeping the planet, and people are dissatisfied with the status quo. And I understand that, but there's ways of going about it. You know, to be progressive, you know, is to be proactive. And so, you know, you want to look at how you're working with these energies and how you're healing yourself and empowering yourself and living your best life. You're here to live your best life. You're here to be abundant and prosperous. And we can't be prosperous if we're going down into the mud and being angry all the time and being nasty with people because there's a need. You have a need. And I understand that. And, you know, you want to get your needs met. I have wonderful programs on my website. The Needless program, the Personal Foundation program. These are excellent programs you can use to empower yourself and strengthen yourself and get your needs met without wasting time and energy in areas that are just the old energy. It's not the higher dimension. And we're in fifth dimension now. And so the old ways of doing things may not be working. Now, on the 16th, Mercury enters Taurus. And that, again, is another focus here in your money and your resources. So you really want to be focusing on that, is what builds prosperity for me? Being angry and raging does not. Being loving and open-minded absolutely does, because there's opportunities, and you don't want to miss opportunities because you're over here with this group. You want to be in the light and focused on attracting abundance and attracting prosperity. Venus is the goddess of love, prosperity, and abundance, and she brings the abundance through attraction. Mars is about going out and getting it. Venus is about attracting it. And so you have this wonderful energy here for you, working for you, and so you want to be focused on all the good in your life and not distracted by those that want to stir up trouble. Saturn is trining Uranus this entire month, this entire year, and it's exact May 19th through May 25th. This is good news, because this is where the old and the new can marry and opportunities can emerge. It is about new ways of doing things. It's about new approaches, and they will pay off for you. If the old ways of doing things are not working for you, that's because you're in the new energy. And that means for all of us, it's a time to do it in a new way. I've been doing what I do for a really long time, and I'm doing it in a new way. I'm always looking for new ways to do it so that I keep it interesting and exciting for myself, which means I keep it interesting and exciting for you. And that's how you want to look at it. That's why it's so important to embrace Aries, because Aries is the power of the individual. And the sun is exalted when it's in Aries, because when you're living your best life and you're doing what's right for you, then it's right for others. And so many times people get so focused on other people and they neglect themselves. And that's backwards. That's the cart before the horse. And so when you're living your best life, you're always looking to do things in a way that's creative and fun and interesting and exciting. And when you do that for yourself, when you give that attention to self, then you're available to others. Then you're role modeling to others your best life. And that's the key. And so be the Aries, be empowered, be leaders, and lead others through your example. Let these energies play out. All is divine. And these negative energies have been here forever. It's just that the light is flushing them out into the open. And it's time that we stand for what is our truth and what is right. And we do it in a peaceful way and in a progressive way, and find solutions by using Saturn in Sagittarius, who is in positive energy flow with Uranus, and you can have great accomplishments. And this leads to productive and favorable results in the long term, in the days, in the weeks, and the months ahead of your life. And that is what it's all about, is living your best life and being your best self. And your best self is going to be different day to day, depending on how you feel. And are you feeling dissatisfied in an area of your life? Are you feeling blocked or held back? Is it time to do things in a new way? Is it time to take a new road to work, make a new friend, join a new group, go out and do something new? When you do that, you open the energy up so that the universe can come in and give you new ideas, give you new solutions. And that's what this energy can do for you at this time, is really generate new opportunities, new ways of attracting wealth and abundance and manifestation. And having Pallas Athena, the goddess of wisdom, truth, and the supreme military leader in your sign, Aries, which is the sign of the military. Aries rules the military, the police force. Aries is the supreme military energy. And so having her there empowers you tremendously. Having Uranus in your sign empowers you to think out of the box, get out of the box. And Uranus is also coupled with Mercury at the time of this Scorpio full moon. And so that can like totally give you this new way of thinking, this new solution to any challenge you've been having, where you've been being stuck, wherever you've been stuck. You can now feel ready for the new opportunities. And wow, I didn't see that, but I see it now. It's laser, it's fast, it's lightning speed, it comes in quick. And it shakes you out of the old ways of doing things. So find new ways of doing what you do. Even if what you do, you've been doing a really long time, you can stay doing what you do. I love what I do. I'm not changing what I do because I love it. But I need to, change it up so I keep it interesting for me and you. And so where do you need to change things up so that your life feels more exciting and interesting and alive? That is the intention of Uranus, is to make your life more interesting and exciting and alive. And so there's a wonderful energy in here. Now the Sun enters Gemini on May 20th, and the Venus T-square that I'm talking about here with Jupiter and Pluto goes exact on May 19th and the 25th. And of course we have the Gemini new moon, which is another wonderful moon. The Scorpio full moon is being trined by Neptune, sextiled by Pluto, while Pluto trines the Sun. And so the moon itself is in great shape, just like the Gemini new moon on May 25th is really early in Gemini, so it's not, it's not being challenged by Neptune yet. It will be as the moon separates off and then the Sun. However, it's trining Jupiter. And so, there is this upliftment and excitement and wonderful energy. But here again, we have Jupiter opposing Venus and Pallas Athena, and they're being squared by, the hell down here, Pluto. Pluto rules death and hell. And so, yes, it's asking for us to transform and change, but there is this stubborn resistance to the new energy. And the new energy is the divine principle. It's the feminine energy, which is sweeping the planet, which is fifth dimension, which is higher energy, which is about peace, love, and prosperity for everyone, men, women, and children. Now, it is calling women to a leadership role, and it's asking for ordinary women to take a leadership role. And, the North Node is in Leo, which is about leadership and empowerment. But how we go about it is the key. There is strength in softness. There is such a strength in being soft and being gentle and not participating in any kind of negativity. And so we want to be aware of where we are putting our energy. And for you, it's all about empowering you, because Venus and Pallas Athena and Uranus are in Aries. And so it's about uplifting the Aries and empowering the Aries. And Jupiter in Libra is bringing to attention where there is imbalance, where there is injustice, and your rights. And what are your rights? And are your rights being honored by the government? Are your rights being honored by the corporations? And is the status quo, hanging on too much and pushing against fairness in the economy and fairness in life and so on? And so this energy is going on, and it is about making adjustments with the Jupiter. And so for you, you want to be looking at where you're putting your time, where you're putting your energy. How are you using your resources for your best life here in May? How are you using your resources to manifest the love, the abundance that is yours and is rightfully yours to live your best life? So know that when you focus on what's right for you and you're focused on your gifts and your projects, you're going to see your past efforts pay off big time. And this could be bringing you also a new confidence, where you're feeling really confident about what you're doing and where you're going. So it's important in May here to consider your options. Don't get scattered and just try to do too much. Focus on 3 things that are so important to you and that are right for you, and then you're going to find that you're in the driver's seat. You're navigating the crazy energy that some people are really, engulfed in, and you're staying focused on what's right for you. You're staying focused on where you need to be, and you're living your best life. Now, for those of you open for love, you have Jupiter in that area of relationships, and that's really good. So it's good for marriage and partnership. It's good for business relationship. It's good for relationships that involve finances, financial partners. It's a very good energy for you in that area. Now, with the T-square going on, there could be some attention brought to you with someone you have a financial partnership with. And so that's why you want to be strong within self, clear with what you want, clear with what you're agreeing to, and of course listening to your partners. Communication is the key. Listening and being compassionate, being understanding, being open-minded. That's the key to success here this spring in the northern hemisphere, fall in the southern. This is the key, to be listening, reading the energies, not engaging in the negative, staying positive, staying focused. For those of you open for love, anything's possible. Anything can happen. It's what you're ready for. And so if you're ready, then he can appear, she can appear. Be ready. That's why you don't want too much going on, so that you're so distracted that you don't have time for a personal life. We need to make time for love. We need to make time for a personal life. For those of you coupled, you have Jupiter in that area, smoothing things over, working to harmonize the love between you, the synergy. Money looks good. If you are staying focused on what's right for you and, staying focused on your projects, staying out of the negativity. There could even be a new, enterprise that starts to bear fruit. Things are going to start bearing fruit for you here in May. You're going to see greater prosperity in wherever you're putting your energy and investing yourself. There could even be, a move up in the career because, you have this, Pluto is in that area and he's in harmony with the Scorpio full moon. So there could be more money coming in regards to the work that you do in the world. And that's why it's so important to be, focused on where you're going, focused on moving in a new direction, doing it in a new way if you're feeling blocked, getting your needs met, staying out of the fray, not entangling with others, staying positive, staying forward focused. And that's what you love to do anyway, is blaze new trails. Time to do it. Blaze a new trail. So thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plussing my videos. Aries, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology, it's very easy. The link is below in the Show More section. It's also up in the cards. So until next time, Aries, blaze a new trail.